Hello and welcome to Electric Bike Report. My name is Pete and this is the Haibike XDURO FS RX full suspension electric mountain bike in for testing and review. In this video I'll just go over the features of this bike and then I'll have the full review at electricbikereport.com. Okay, so one of the most notable features on the Haibike here is the Bosch e-bike system. And this is the Bosch display and controller there on the handlebars. We'll get into the details in a minute. And then this is the Bosch Powerpack 400. This is their 36 volt, 11 amp hour lithium battery that sits right here on the down tube and weighs about 5.5 pounds. So pretty light and small considering it's a 400 watt hour pack. And then this is the 350 watt performance mid-drive motor down here, and that powers through the 10-speed Shimano SLX drivetrain on the back there. And this is a pretty impressive motor. The system actually measures how much torque you're putting into the system with the cranks there, and also measure the crank speed and the wheel speed. So it takes those three measurements, measures them 1,000 times per second, and basically is able to tell what you're doing and adjust accordingly. And then also it has the ability to kind of ease up a little bit when you're shifting. So all those measurements help with just the overall performance of the system and shifting through the gears. Now let's take a look at the hydroformed aluminum frame on the FSRX. It's pretty amazing what they can do with aluminum frames these days. The hydroforming, they're able to create all these shapes, like creating this top tube for a little more standover height, and also creating sort of a gusset to add additional strength at the high stress areas like the head tube and back here at the seat tube. So pretty impressive what they're doing. And this is the 4-bar linkage rear suspension system. Has 120 millimeters of rear travel, and that's about 4 3/4 inches of rear travel. And you can see here, this is the Fox Float CTD rear shock. It actually sort of pierces through the seat tube on the frame there, so pretty wild looking design. And then it has this little lever here, and that you can set to either climb mode, trail mode, or descend mode. So some nice suspension presets there. So that's the rear suspension design. And then on the front here, we've got the RockShox Reba R suspension fork. And this has 120 millimeters of travel as well, and has the through axle design there for a nice stable front wheel. And it also has the lockout option. You can see that little dial right there. And that's actually operated by this remote on the handlebars. So you push that button and you can lock the fork out if you want to, or unlock it pretty quickly. So anyways, that's the suspension system there on the FSRX. Let's take a look at the wheels. So these are the 27.5 inch wheels. These are the intermediate size mountain bike wheels these days, kind of between the 26 and the 29 inch wheels. They offer nice agility, compared to the 26 inch, and also have the ability to roll over obstacles, sort of like the 29 inch wheels. Now the tires here, these are the Schwalbe knobby nick tires, and they have a nice rounded profile and some good tread on them. So kind of a nice all-mountain tire, and pretty good fit for this kind of bike right here. And then the rims are the DT Swiss rims, and that's a well-known brand name in the wheel world. And then on the brakes here, these are the Shimano M615 hydraulic disc brakes, and on the front we've got a 203 millimeter disc rotor, and then on the back that's the 180 millimeter disc rotor. So pretty nice brake setup there. And then you can see these are the brake levers right here, the Shimano hydraulic disc brake levers. Alright, so let's take a look at the handlebar area. First of all, you'll see the Bosch Intuvia display here, which is front and center on the handlebars. And then just to the left of that, you got the control pad, which can adjust your pedal assist settings in the plus or minus, and then you've got your information button. So coming back here, the display, you can see you've got information like your battery level right here, and then your speed, and then this is actually showing estimated range. So right now it's in no pedal assist in the off, and then you can go to say Eco, and you've got 59 miles of range. Tour, you got 30. Sport, it'll adjust to 25, and then Turbo is in 22 miles range. So it's pretty cool that we'll estimate the range for you based on which pedal assist level you're in. And then you can cycle through and see you've got your odometer, your trip distance, your clock, your max speed, your average speed, trip time, and then back to range. So that's the kind of information you'll get. And then you got your on-off button right here. Reset, you can reset information there. That's the information button there. You cycle through the different settings there. And then this is the light button if you have lights that are connected to the Bosch system there. So that's the display. It's pretty large, right front and center. It's easy to read with the backlight. On the rest of the handlebar here, we've got the lock-on grips. There's that Bosch control pad again. This is the front hydraulic brake lever right there. And then coming over to this side, this is the front fork RockShox lockout right there. And then the Shimano SLX 10-speed rapid fire shifter, and the Shimano hydraulic disc brake lever for the rear brake, and then the lock-on grip. Charging up the Bosch Powerpack 400 is pretty easy. Comes with this Bosch charger that just plugs into the bottom of the pack, and you can also pull the pack off the bike, and I'll show that in a sec. But you can see it plugs in right down there, and it takes about 3.5 hours to fully charge it, and you can get 50% charge in an hour and a half. Here's the pack removed from the bike, and you can see the charger just plugs into the bottom of the pack there. And it's pretty nice if you wanted to take the pack off, if you're taking it into your workplace to charge, or taking it into your house. So that's what the bike looks like when the battery's removed. Alright, so that's the overview of the Haibike XDURO FS RX. Make sure you check out electricbikereport.com for the full review.